is a Mari podcast.
Hello guys, welcome back to Mari Mobility World. We're part of the Plug-in with Mari Podcast Network. I'm Azara Tagaya, your new host for the podcast session. Now, before we start, I'd like to thank all our listeners who keep tuning into our episodes where we talk about technological developments and the latest trends concerning Malaysia's industries. More episodes are coming your way, so don't forget to subscribe to us at Plug-in with Mari. Just search MARII or any of your favorite platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and also many more. So today we have an interesting topic. We're talking about industry forward and readiness assessment strategy. Now, just to give you some insight or some background into this, the Industry Forward policy is actually a national policy which aims to transform the Malaysian manufacturing industry and its related services to be smarter, more systematic, and resilient. And one of the strategies is to create a platform and mechanism to help manufacturing and related services, especially SMEs, to assess and develop their Industry 4.0 capabilities via the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment. And to speak to us about this, today we have Muhammad Zaim Aziz bin Mustafa Aziz, Malaysia Automotive Robotics and IoT Institute, Mari Senior General Manager. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us and making time for us on Mari Mobility World today. So we're talking about Industry Forward and Readiness Assessment. So among the action plans under the policy is to actually establish a National Industry Forward Readiness Assessment Program. So can you give us some insight into this program? What's the objective? What's the whole idea behind Industry Forward?
Okay, basically the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment is a comprehensive program to assist our SMEs, companies, to assess their capabilities and also readiness to adopt Industry 4.0 technology and processes. Basically, the assessment uses a predetermined set of indicators to understand their present capabilities and gap, from which we will enable the company to prepare their feasibility strategies and plan toward the Industry 4.0 adoption. In terms of readiness assessment objective, basically, we identify three main objectives that most of the assessors is looking into, whereby we need to identify the gaps and area of improvement for the Industry 4.0 adoption, as well as opportunities for productivity improvement and growth. And secondly, we determine the state of readiness for the company to adopt Industry 4.0 technologies as outlined under the Industry Forward policy. And the third one is we will develop a feasibility strategies and plan for the companies to perform outcome-based intervention project. So basically, to achieve this program, assessor body like Mari was appointed to carry out this assessment for the company in the manufacturing and also the manufacturing-related services sector. Yeah.
Okay, so for the Industry Forward Readiness Assessment, how is the assessment actually carried out? I mean, what do the companies have to go through? What's the process like for the companies?
Yeah, basically, the company will register their interest to participate in this program through the MITI website. They can register their interest there, and upon registering the intention to participate in this program, the technical committee of the Industry Forward will do the screening, and this technical committee will review and endorse the application. Upon successful application, the Secretariat for Industry Forward Readiness Assessment, which is MPC, the Malaysia Productivity Corporation, will notify the company and as well as the assessor body to conduct this assessment. So basically, this assessment consists of what we say that a 4 main days assessment, where the assessor will do assessment at site normally, and based on current condition, sometime assessor will have a separate session, one day either online and another day at site. And after completing this assessment, the assessor will prepare the assessment report. Basically, most of the assessor will have about maybe 10 days to prepare this assessment report and submit their report to the technical committee for endorsement. Upon endorsement by this technical committee, this report will be officially submitted to the company through MPC as the Secretariat for Readiness Assessment Program. And then once the company receives this assessment report, so the company can use the report to start or conduct their intervention project, whereby from this they might request assistance from the government in terms of any financial requirement that required to conduct their intervention project.
Okay, so when you say that you carry out the assessment on the companies, what exactly are you talking about? Like what criteria or things that the companies need to possess and things that you will look at when you do the assessment?
Okay, I think for industry forward readiness assessment, there are a set of criteria that we are using as a guideline to conduct the assessment. Basically, there are 3 shift factors inside the readiness assessment, which what we call the industry forward shift factor. Number 1 is people, secondly is process, and third is technology. So basically for people, what we focus on is in terms of the people and also the entire organization, by emphasizing on the strategies and as to have the company to get a suitable set of workforce. And for the process, basically what we're looking into in terms of the management system, whereby how the company manage their operation, running their operation business in terms of their supply chain and also the product life cycle. And for the technology, focus on the application of intelligent, connected, and automated technologies at 3 different layers, which are the shop floor, the facility, and also the enterprise level. So this readiness assessment criteria, basically the assessor will do rating in terms of their level. And this rating, we put it into 5 scoring band, from band 0 until band 4. So basically band 0 doesn't mean that the company is at industry 0 and band 4 is not at industry 4. So it's a matter of rating in terms of their readiness in the dimension of the assessment. So I think that is the way that the readiness assessment been done by the assessors.
Okay, so we've mentioned before that industry forward, the policy actually aims to transform the manufacturing sector. So this is within the period from 2018 to 2025. So based on the assessment that you've carried out so far since 2018, what are some of the most common capabilities and or gaps that you can see among the manufacturing companies in Malaysia?
Up until now, we have conducted about 93 company assessment. We received application from MPC about 154. So we have completed about 60% of the allocation given to MARI to do the assessment. So in terms of the capabilities, basically the assessment, we will provide the readiness profile scoring. So if you look into the readiness profile scoring, there are 5 layers. Number 1 is what we call the conventional level. This level where the company will receive the percentage scoring rating between 0 to 20%. And after that, newcomer level, 21 to 40%. Learner, 41 to 60%. Experience level at 61 to 90%. And finally, the best one is leader at 91 to 100%. So based on this company readiness profile rating, we could say that in terms of the process shift factor, so most of the company, we see that most of them operation is still in manual process, whereby most of these company have yet to have any technology management roadmap ready for them to start their program in terms of the intervention project. And most of their manufacturing performance being monitored is not based on real-time basis. And saying this, that most of this company have low customization in terms of their process capability. So lack of digitalization in their manufacturing operation, whereby most of the companies still at using paper-based documentation and using human support. And saying this, in terms of technology-wise, as I mentioned earlier, we look into the automation, intelligence, and connectivity. And this criteria is basically at band 1 level. In terms of people, we see that most of the SME, in terms of their awareness for Industry 4.0 is at initial level, and they have yet to develop strategies to establish what we call the smart factory. And in terms of personal competency, is still under development.
Okay, so with that being said, do these companies, if they achieve a lower rating, do they get to do another assessment later on? Do they need to go undergo reformation within the company? Do you have like a second step or a third step for them?
Basically, once we provide them with the readiness report, this company can use that report as a reference for them to develop their roadmap toward Industry 4.0, or they can appoint third party or independent solution provider for them to embark into the intervention project. So basically, not saying that we will conduct another readiness assessment, but they can use our readiness assessment report as a guideline for them to detail out what kind of activity that the company plan to do in the future.
I see. Okay, so when we talk about smart manufacturing within companies, there's this, I don't know if it's a misconception, but there's this common perception that smart manufacturing equals robots or robotics. So is that necessarily true? Do the companies need to employ more robots in order to be more smart in their processing? What do you think?
Yeah, I think that is one of the misconception, saying that automation is Industry 4.0. So actually automation is not Industry 4.0 in total, because when we say automation, basically is related to Industry 3.0. So what is Industry 4.0? So in manufacturing, basically the ultimate goal is to have what we call the smart factory. So what is smart factory? So we can think smart factory as having a smart personnel, having a smart manufacturing, and also advanced technology manufacturing solution. So basically, this is a combination of people, process, and technology, whereby we need a convergence of information technology and also operational technology. That means we need advanced IT and also advanced manufacturing. So what type of criteria that we said a smart person should have? So I would say that a smart person is a person who have the ability to make a right decision at the right time. And this smart person tend to be quick, prompt, efficient, what we call mentally ready, clever, charismatic, and sophisticated. And what is smart manufacturing? So basically, smart manufacturing is a fully integrated manufacturing horizontally and vertically across their supply chain. This smart manufacturing is a collaborative manufacturing system that responds in real time to meet changing demand and condition in a smart factory. So we need to have all this sort of item to have a smart factory. So to say that robotics or to have robot is the ultimate goal is maybe a misconception. Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, in your opinion, based on the assessments that you've done so far, where do you think the manufacturing industry is at the moment? Are we getting closer towards having a smart ecosystem?
It's difficult to say right now, but if you look at the result of our RA readiness assessment profile, out of the 60% that we have completed the assessment in terms of readiness profile, we can see that most of the SME company is at the newcomer level, which means between 20% to 40%. Most of them at newcomer. We have company at the conventional level and also at the learner level. We have yet to see company at the experience or leader level. So that's mean that in terms of the readiness, whether we already have a smart ecosystem in our manufacturing industry, we have yet to come at that level. So maybe we can say that our industry is still maybe at level 2.5 to 3, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So what's in it for the companies? How can they actually benefit from undergoing the readiness assessment?
Basically, for the readiness assessment, what the company could benefit is once they're selected as a company to be involved in this readiness assessment activity, they are fully funded by the government. I mean, the cost of doing assessment is borne by the company, by the government. Then by doing this readiness assessment, basically, they can identify the area of improvement. They will receive a comprehensive readiness assessment report, whereby they will have the assessment finding. They know their industry gap, and they will receive recommendation from the assessor, and also they will receive proof of concept for them to explore when they plan to do the intervention project. And finally, and most importantly, they are entitled to apply for financial incentive from the government. So either they can go for industry forward intervention fund, financial assistance, or also industry forward DISF fund. Yeah.
Okay, so if any of our listeners would like to register or would like to get more information on the readiness assessment, what should they do? How should they go about it?
Yeah, I think they have to register their interest to MITI, they can go through to MITI website, MITI portal, register their interest under Industry Forward Readiness Assessment. There are 2 sectors inside there, either in the manufacturing sector or also the manufacturing related services sector. So once they register their interest, upon successful, they will receive this notification that I mentioned earlier. So they will be involved in this program. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for spending time with us and sharing with us about Industry Forward today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Well, that was Muhammad Zaim Aziz bin Mustafa Aziz, Malaysia Automotive Robotics and IoT Institute, MARI Senior General Manager. A lot of insight gained on today's show, but that's it for today's episode. If you missed out on any part of the podcast, do search for the Plug-in with Mari channel. That's MARII on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and many more. I'm Azaria Tagaya. See you next time.
This is a Mari podcast.